there's this trickle down. A lot of child stars, they just don't cope. They just don't cope, and crazy shit happens to them when they're kids, and admittedly they fall off the wagon. It's unfortunate a lot of the time, and one of those people is Amanda Bynes. Really sad story for Amanda Bynes, who is, absolutely just a legend, Speaking of movies, she's the man, the Amanda Show, Big Fat Liar alongside Frankie, right? She was alongside Frankie. And the thing about her is she's had a really difficult experience coming out of child stardom, which sucks. It's sad to see, but what I wanted to talk about is Amanda Bynes, because I loved her as a kid. I thought she was great. I still think she's great. And there was a story about her in the news. The reason I'm bringing this up, there was a story about her in the news, which was really sad. And I feel really sorry for her. But it was like, I'll just look at the headline. Amanda Bynes placed on psychiatric hold after roaming streets naked. So she's clearly got some substance abuse issues and other issues as well, which is really sad. But, if you're not familiar with like the whole Nickelodeon drama and almost like conspiracy theory, the guy who created most of your favorite Nickelodeon shows, whether it's The Amanda Show, Drake and Josh, iCarly, Zoe 101, that guy is like a known child abuser. His name's Dan Schneider. And if you look up on YouTube, Dan Schneider, like he's basically the Harvey Weinstein of children's television. He's he's just a serial like pest and like abuser of children. And there's like these conspiracies about this like pedophile ring that was running Nickelodeon. And all these kids shows, like he like preyed on and abused all these kids. And, Amanda Bynes, I believe, has made I think there must be some payout or like silencing contract, payout in that sense, an NDA on a lot of these actors to not be able to talk about it, because Amanda has done some cryptic tweets and things about her experience at Nickelodeon, and as has Jeanette McCurdy, who was on iCarly as Sam, and she put out a book last year called I'm Glad My Mum Died, which was just one of the best books I've ever read, and she's amazing, where she actually refers to Dan Schneider as the creator of the show, and how I think Nickelodeon offered her maybe $300,000 or something when the show finished to never talk about her experience working on iCarly. And there are a lot of, young actors, like Ariana Grande was on Victorious, I think, she's involved in it. A lot of young female actors were preyed upon by this guy and other people at Nickelodeon, and they were groomed as kids, and they were told you're going to be a star and stuff. And she said, I was offered $300,000 to stay quiet. I didn't accept it. And then there must be something stopping them all from speaking out. Some power dynamic. It's the same as the Harvey Weinstein thing, where it's everyone knows about it, but no one's brave enough to take it on, to take on the challenge. And it's almost public knowledge now. And you feel really bad for these people who were kids thrust into it probably by their parents, but really exciting to be on TV and be a star and all of that. And then, you come out of the other side, and Jeanette McCurdy's had a lot of issues, but she seems stable, whereas it feels like Amanda Bynes has really gone, really taken it really, really hard, which is a shame. And, they've done the iCarly reboot series, and Jeanette McCurdy refused to be part of it. It's talked about in her book and stuff. So I don't know. It's sometimes, you see the media start piling on people like Amanda Bynes, and they don't really mention the background story of, why she's struggling so much with her mental health, which is because of a well documented kind of predator on of Nickelodeon, Dan Schneider. And yeah, like if you type in on YouTube right now, like every video is like exposing Dan Schneider. There's podcasts with actors from Nickelodeon sort of alluding to it. Anyway, it is very interesting. And he ended up being fired from Nickelodeon after like 25 years for like, I don't know, some ish, like it was all kind of swept under the rug. But anyway, it just was interesting. And I love keeping an eye on what my favorite child stars are doing. And I'm always sad to see that Amanda Bynes is struggling. So that really sucks.